All right, this is Sammy here to see if I can help at all with attendance and how I ended up deciding that I was going to do my attendance tracking. Up here on the screen I have my spreadsheet that I made. On my spreadsheet, usually I'd start with the student ID number, but the reports that we pull from the Class Connect reporting is using the Omnibus ID number, as Amber let me know, which was very helpful. So I ended up doing a VLOOKUP to get the Omnibus ID number linked with the student ID, and then I put that as my first column so that I could continue to do VLOOKUP. So I have last names, first names, their grade level, their start date, so that I could easily do excuses on columns. I have the Learning Coach email just in case I want to do a merge with this at some point. I just copied this over from my gradebook. I also merged in Jenny's Tier 2 plan for each of these students, so when they email me, you know, I missed this class or whatever, I can quickly look over here and see if they're even required, if they're allowed to do recordings. I even went through and highlighted those that were allowed to do recordings, so I would know that I should be expecting K-mails from them. And for me, I put the class time in just because I'm still getting questions about class time. So then I started just doing VLOOKUPs from the Class Connect reports. You can see I've done Monday and Tuesdays, and I'm just going to demonstrate how to do Wednesdays. So just as a reminder, if you're not quite sure how to pull that Class Connect report, it's on today's date. There's the class. I already requested the report, so I'm just going to click on View Attendance. It's going to open up the report. I'm going to export it and open it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it next. Okay, when that other report opens up, it opens up to just like an overview page. You actually need the second tab, and I need to put that Omnibus column first in order to be able to do a VLOOKUP. So I'm just going to insert a column here. I'm going to go down on the report and get that. Invitee ID is what it's called. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put it here first. And then I'm going to copy the columns that go down to where the minutes are, and I'm going to put that into my attendance tracker. So just copying those and going into my attendance tracker. I'm going to open up a new spreadsheet and a new tab and just paste that in, and then I'm going to do a VLOOKUP with those minutes. So going back over to, sorry, this is kind of, I can't see the bottom of my screen there. There we go. Going back over here, I'm going to do a formula, insert function VLOOKUP, and I want it to start with the Omnibus number, which is in my first column. Then I'm going to go over to that new spreadsheet that I just made. Goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, so I just adjusted my screen so I could show you this. I'm going over here to the sheet that I just inserted, going to highlight those columns. I went 5, type in false, click OK, and then I'm going to pull that down for all of my students so it'll import in the minutes. And so what this does for me, you can see all the NAs. That's because I need to do this for my 1030 class as well. So I'm going to just go in, run that, pull that report, paste it into the same sheet, and then it'll end up adding those extra columns there. So just a second. Okay, so while I paused the video, I went ahead and ran the other report. These are the students that are in my next class, copied and pasted them into this. I added that Omnibus column first, and then I just copied their data. I left out the headers, so then when I come over now, I should have more students see that don't have that NA on there, because I needed to do it for both my classes. I just have them all in one list. So anyways, the last thing that I did here was I sorted by A to Z, which is kind of accurate, and I just went ahead for my own reference and I highlighted the students that had under 15 minutes because that means they weren't even there for half the class. So to me, I just kind of wanted that visual of who's actually coming and for how long they're logging in, just to kind of notice a pattern. Just so you know, single digits don't end up alphabetizing quite as well, and so I just have to look down in the list for the rest of those single digits. If you have a better way of doing that, let me know. So then the last thing Amber and I were kind of talking about was how to kind of do like add this up. Excel isn't recognizing this as a number because K-12 has that MINS in there. I think we'd have to go down and 10 key in all their actual minutes. Like instead of having 11 minutes, I'd have to type in 11 and do that every day just to get a total running of minutes, which is kind of a bummer. And that's not really what I want to do. So maybe if you guys have a suggestion, but when I played with it yesterday, there was no way to really get like a total column over here because it's not recognizing it as a number. So now that I've done today's in the course of just a few minutes, every KML I get now, especially from my recording kids, I can just go in and write recording or excused or whatever I need to do to keep track of that. This was really valuable to me because I got 99 kiddos to track in general ed, so hopefully it'll help you too. Thanks.